Hey brave souls, welcome to the Brave Evolution. I'm your host Chantelhampton, and this is your boost of empowerment. So yes, y'all, I know I have not been on here, and it's not because I did not want to be consistent. I've recorded several videos, but I have been, I don't know what the word, I've been leery of posting to post. I've been very careful. I've been trying to be very careful and very intentional about not posting to just post or put out things just to put it out. A lot of the stuff that I've been doing behind the scenes has really been empowering and encouraging, and I think in this season, as we approach 2025, I'll be sharing a lot more of that, because there is a method. For what I'm sensing and what I'm seeing is there's a method to this that is not noisy. And as a musician, as a vocalist, and as one that has been given the ability and power to use sound to and use my voice to evoke emotions, to help heal, to help soothe, help empower, help laugh, help bring peace, and all of that. I want to be very mindful that I am going about it properly. And in an age where there is a desire for the algorithm to be boosted and for you to be at the top of that algorithm, for you to have popularity, for you to be viral, all of that, there is a temptation to continue to just let things out. But for me, I know that I have to be careful. And that might sound deep, and people might say it's not that serious, but for me it really is, because I want to be intentional about what's being said, as well as what's being released. The frequency and the sound that's being released is important to me. I think a lot, and sometimes I might overthink, but in my overthinking, it's not fear necessarily. I hope not. I think it's just a certain level of care. So that's part one, I guess. The other part, and the empowering part, is to encourage you to reassess. What have you started this year? What did you start working on? What did you put down maybe at the top of the year, maybe mid-year, that you wanted to work on and complete, and maybe time got away from you, resources got away from you, or you started it and it didn't fully work out the way you anticipated it working out. I really sense that you're not supposed to quit, and that we're not supposed to quit, but to reassess, because one of the things that I've learned, whether it be in music or in digital design, I do a lot of digital design, of course, arranging, business, administration, all of that. In any field that you're in, to test a product or to test test how it's going to work, market testing, you have to kind of step back and look at it from multi angles. You can't just think, okay, this is my angle. And I tell this to musicians and aspiring artists all the time. Just because you like it doesn't mean other people have to like it. And when you put it out, it doesn't mean people have to listen to it and want to get it or want to download it or want to stream it just because you put it out. Nobody cares. And it sounds harsh, but the reassessing is how is it going to be received. And part of communication, whatever field you're in, you're always communicating something. And so whatever it is that you have a desire to do, remember that you're communicating it. And especially if you want people to purchase it, if it's a product or service that you want people to buy into, you're communicating something to them. And so you have to be mindful, and we have to be mindful of what we're communicating. And part of communication is how it's being received. How are they communicating back to you? How are you receiving it? And then the cycle continues. So any product that we see, any product that we purchase, anything that we have gotten, something was being communicated to us, whether it was energetically, meaning that frequency-wise, it could be your favorite deodorant. Frequency-wise, maybe you never saw the advertisement for that deodorant, but there's something in the ingredients. There's something about the smell that is communicating to you, that is pleasant to you, and it makes you want to use it. Then so that's your response. I want to use it because it's communicating to me. And then you communicate back to it by buying it and continuously buying it. So the same thing is, it goes for your idea, your concept, your product, your service. What am I communicating? And some of the most powerful products, it's not in the direct message that's happening. Yes, the message has to be clear. Yes, you have to know what you're doing and saying and really make sure that that's clear. However, it is the message behind the message. And I keep sensing it's this energetic frequency message. It's the message of joy. It's the message of peace. This whole thing with the Brave Evolution was because I've had to be brave. I had to use courage. But in that bravery, I want to be brave with joy. I want to be brave with peace. I want to be brave with an excitement and expectation. And I want everybody that listens and that is a part of this journey with me to feel that, be inspired, to be empowered, to feel excited and feel a peace, like an assurance that it's going to be okay if I move out. And that's what I aim to communicate. And being intentional about that is very important in any field. Knowing what is the message behind the message, what is the energy behind this message, what are you driving and striving to bring your customers or the consumers into, is really important. So I want to encourage you to reassess. What angle did you not look at? And yeah, you may not know everybody's angle, but put yourself in other people's shoes. Put yourself in a 5-year-old's shoes, whether or not that's your demographic, but can they understand it if you were to explain it? Because 9 times out of 10, if a 5-year-old can understand it, then an adult can understand it. You know, pull yourself back. Can you put yourself in the shoes of a single mom struggling to raise 3 kids who might have lost the husband to death, or something like that, and is still grieving? Put yourself in their shoes. How can you communicate to them that will make them feel empowered and encouraged in a moment where they don't know what's going to happen next and how they're going to survive and how they're going to take care of their children? You have to step out and put yourself in the shoes of people around you and life around you, and not look at it from one perspective and one angle. And I guarantee you that will help you when it comes down to releasing your product, because you'll release it from a place of compassion. You'll release it from a place of care and of love, for not your view and not wanting people to buy into you, but you want to really be of service to humanity. So that's my message for today. Be brave, as always. Be brave. Be brave enough to reassess. I love you. And if I don't speak with you and you don't hear from me before the holidays, happy holidays to each and every one of you. And let's enjoy the rest of this 2024 as we embark upon 2025. It's going to be a great rest of the year, and it's going to be a great new year. Love you guys. God bless.